Hello, I'm Roger Bennett, and this is the devotion at Bethany Christian Church for December the 3rd, 2020. It's entitled, Grace Comes Through. Only the intervention of God's grace can cope with the fundamental predicament of human sin. Now that's what the preacher said, and I believed it. I'm not too sure I knew what it meant, but I believed it. I was only 10 years old, but Pastor Wallace was always right, and now it was Christmas time, and my brother Ralph, my friend Billy, and I had a job to do. We were to be the Magi, the three wise men, in a pageant at our church that evening. We had practiced our parts, and we were ready. What we hadn't done was do it in costume. My outfit, when I put it on, was just awful. Oh, it certainly looked regal enough, but it was too big. I was practically weeping when I showed it to Mrs. Icecroop, our director. She looked at me horrified, and then she saw I was crying. She patted me on the shoulder and said, "Roger, what you need is grace." Pastor Wallace had told our Sunday school class about grace that very morning, but it seemed a distant prospect to me. Proud to remember some of my lessons, I spoke up and said, "I truly want the intervention of God's grace, but what about this costume?" Just then, another lady of our church, whom I knew as Mrs. Fisher, came into the room where we were trying on our costumes. I always liked her and her wonderful ham salad sandwiches. Mrs. Icecroop then said, to my surprise, "Grace, we need your help. Roger's costume is a bit too large. Will you fix it for him?" That is when I started to understand just a little bit about God's ever-present, always nearby grace. And this grace made my short career as a wise man a wonderful Christmas Eve. I hope you'll have a wonderful Advent and Christmas season as well, and enjoy all the blessings of this season.